Join the team.
Hey team, it's McGuire Review, and we're going to be taking a look at the new Wizkids Boneyard. This is the D&D Icons of the Realm. This is the Adult Green Dracolich. Now, we are doing the Adult Blue Dracolich as well, so these videos are going to be pretty close to one another, as well as most of the set that comes with this Boneyard. So if you are interested in this and you're seeing one of these videos, know the rest of those are here on the channel as well. You can look for those and check them out. Keep checking back if you don't see all three of them. We'll have all three of them around the same timing. And this is a really cool set. It's a very, very cool set. Something a little bit different than what they've done in the past. It's more all focused kind of on the monster side, and everything takes the form of basically skeletons with just a little bit of flesh kind of left on. It's a very very cool set that's very different than anything they've ever done in the past. So we'll go ahead and get this one open. We'll take a look at the Green Dracolich. Ooh. Okay, out of the way. Awesome. Okay, so here is the Adult Green Dracolich, which is interesting because it's not that green. I mean, when you look at it, it takes a lot of gray tones. I think what they're going for here is that at one point, because the gray is a greenish gray, so I think at one point this would have been a total green dragon, but over time, as that skin has kind of died out, it's turned kind of a greenish gray, and that's what you're going to see here with the Adult Green Dracolich. You can also see the head sculpt. You know, different types of dragons do have different types of head sculpts. This definitely follows the head sculpt of a classic green dragon, so that's really cool. It also is really neat in how they've done the sculpting on this one, which is significantly different than what they did on the blue. And we're going to take a look at the blue as well in this video, just to see some compare and contrast, because I'm doing this video second. One thing that's different is the way they've done the muscle and the tendon, like whatever meat is kind of left on the skeleton. There's a lot more of it that's on here than what you'll find on the blue, and it's a lot thicker. So the chunks of flesh that I guess are still left are big, meatier chunks, versus on the blue, it's more of kind of just strands that are kind of still hanging on the bone in between the rib cage. There's much thicker sculpting of what's kind of left over, as well as skin as well that's on the sculpt. You'll also notice that they did paint the inside of the eye sockets on this one, where on the blue they did not. There was nothing. It was just almost like a skeletal head on the blue, where this one still has quite a bit of the scaling and all the flesh kind of still on it. It doesn't have the complete pass-through on the jaw, so all of that is still intact. And even inside of the mouth is painted, and down into the throat, where that's all still quite meaty. So it's almost like they did this one a little bit different, where it was kind of in between its skeletal form, or getting towards that, maybe still almost zombie-like, where the blue is more traditional. It's much more in a skeletal form than you'll find here in the green. I also like how they did a very different pose. This one's down on all fours, a little bit lower, where the blue is standing. It's more up, kind of looking down, and it's got sort of an electric attack that it's or some type of a magic attack that it's going with. I really like the way they've done the sculpting in the scales here. It's very flared out and spiky versus being more of the traditional scale that you would see. It's a very high profile spike that comes up, and then there's a lot of nice big spikes that are sculpted up over the top here. Really, this is a great sculpt. It looks amazing. There's an enormous amount of detail that's here, and an enormous amount of detail that's in these wings as well. All those little lines they've cut in, and a lot of that great pass-through work that they've done there on the wings. So we'll set that there. We'll get ourselves our model bard here to test for scaling. We can see what that scaling is going to look like. Now I'm going to grab the blue. Here we've got the blue. You can see the difference there in just this. They are the same size model, But because of the posing, this one's obviously going to give you a little bit more height. It's going to feel a little bit, it's going to feel a little bigger due to the posing. It also is going to offer your magic kind of electric necro type attack, or this one's not really doing that. It's just looking super deadly to come in for an attack. Now, here's the thing. These dragon sculpts, these single units, they do carry a little bit more of a heavier price tag. So you're going to have to decide, is this something where you're going to get both? If you're interested in these and you're going to get one of them, or you're going to get both, or you're just going to get one. So I definitely wanted to bring both of them side by side into this video just to give you a little bit of feel of what they both look like together. And I think either one of them is awesome depending on what you want to use it for. But if you only had to pick one, maybe you like the blue better because you get, this, and maybe you just like that pose better. You think that looks cooler displayed. Or maybe you want something that's really going to creep out of the shadows of a, dark crevice somewhere in the side of a cliff of a mountain. This is going to be a much better model for something like that if that's in your campaign. So you can see both of them right here. But again, this has been the Wizkids brand new Boneyard. You can pre-order this now. This is the green Adult Dracolich. And I think they did a pretty good job with the set. They are looking deadly. So hit that like, click the subscribe below to join the team. Keep rolling them crits. This has been the McGuire Review, and I'll see you next time.